Hi, I'm Tiffany, and I'm going to channel some messages through a charcoal drawing for you. As always, take what resonates and leave what does not. This is my cozy little corner of the internet, so just chill, enjoy, and I hope there's something helpful in here for you. I was immediately picking up the visual of a storm. Some of you may be experiencing a storm or severe weather changes at this time. This also feels like what has been going on internally and spiritually for you. You have been going through a very intense storm, a lot of turbulence. There's been a lot of up and down in your life, in your emotional state and spiritual state. Days where you're feeling especially high and especially low. There's something about this storm that has been going on. For some of you, it feels like years. This has been a storm, years in the making. And as soon as you feel like you're finally out of the most intense storm of your life, it's like there's another gust of wind or a very traumatic rain that occurs where you have to go back inward. You have to go back inside and deal with more of the inner. What you are about to experience is the end of this storm. And I say that not saying you will never have storms again in your life. You're still a human experiencing a human life. But you have been in one of the most intense periods of your life. You have been sorting through so many big emotions. There has been things rising up from your past. There has been so much coming to the surface that you needed to see, you needed to fully experience. And this has been a very sobering experience for you. Some of you may be on a sober timeline or trying to have a sober life. For others of you, this has just been you truly waking up to the life that you were living and how you were experiencing your day to day. And through all of this turbulence, through all of this, it feels like madness, feeling like you actually lost your minds. You're coming out of this with a fresh, new perspective on life. And back to the visual of the storm with this ending. And you can finally step outside. It's like the air you will breathe has never been that fresh, crisp, clear. You are going to experience life on a level you haven't experienced before. And it's because of everything that you have alchemized. You have been alchemizing during this storm, during this internal turbulence. You felt like it was never going to end. You felt like this was the rest of your life. But what was really going on was you figuring out what happened to you in your past and what you no longer wanted in your life. There was a lot of deprogramming. There was a lot of looking at yourself honestly and your own actions. This was really looking at your shadow. A lot of you have been doing a lot of shadow work, and you have been learning patience through all this, the lesson of patience, because it has been frustrating. You have been frustrated. You've been wanting this to end. And this is a message to let you know that you are starting to see the light at the end of this tunnel. that the storm, this huge, massive tower moment of a storm, is finally passing. A lot of you have been spending a lot of time inside, hermiting. As you've been doing this work, it's been very difficult for you to go about the normal everyday life of socializing. It's like you feel like an alien to the outside world now. You feel like a stranger to your past self. The way that you think is different now. The way that you experience life is so different. There's been a disconnect between you and other people you used to know. There's been a lot of releasing during this storm, this process for you. There's been a lot of you understanding the dynamics you had in your life and what needed to be released. But through this release, you have been making room for the new life. You've been making room for your dreams. You've been making room for how you really want to live your life and who you really want to be. You gave yourself the time and the space to truly look at your shadows, and it has been so uncomfortable and so difficult. And you are somebody that deserves joy in your life. You deserve happiness. You deserve more days of laughter. You deserve more days of comfort. And I'm telling you right now, you will not continue to experience being alone or spending so much time alone. You are coming out of this storm as a new person. And what's aligning for you is a brand new life. Through everything that you've been alchemizing, everything from your past, from the experiences that you've had with other people, understanding the role that you played in other people's life, understanding the role that other people played in your life, you have a greater capacity of awareness. And this is something that you learned. You have alchemized all of your pain. You've been alchemizing past hurt and past trauma. You are no longer looking at yourself as a victim in your life. And that in itself was very, very difficult to do. Because it is very understandable for you to feel that way from what you've been through. It's understandable for you to experience feeling frustrated and angry. But you finally let go of the idea that your identity is what has happened to you. Your capacity to live, your capacity to dream is growing. The life that you're stepping into, you could have never imagined for yourself. Even a year ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, you are a new person now. You are stepping into a new life where you are going to meet new people that align with you. You are not going to feel alone. And you are going to laugh. And you are going to have fun. And the ways that you work, the ways that you will make money, which will be incredibly successful and very abundant, will be in alignment with the life that you want to live. You're coming back to your childlike self. You're coming back to dreams and visions and activities you did as a child. This is not a coincidence. This is you healing. This is you remembering who you are. This is you remembering what you wanted to experience, but you needed to remember first. You had to deprogram yourself. You had to let go of everything, all the murkiness that this adult life brought onto you. There was a time when you forgot your true joys, you forgot your true happiness. But that's coming to an end. You're meant to be happy and successful, and you're going to live a beautiful life.